Skip, a lot of times like black on black and we say things to each other, that's different. But when someone else outside of that were to say that, we're not going to say that's just trash talk. We're going to become highly enraged and we're going to be upset. Because I can just imagine, had Luka Doncic said, be a B-boy. And I wonder if that would have been, man, that's just Luka trash talking. We would have been outraged. Well, we should be equally outraged. See, if you're about equality, you can't just want equality for your race or for your gender or when it comes to your community. You got to want it for everyone. So I'm glad Trez apologized. I do not believe it is a racist comment. I don't believe it's racism because there are two different things. Racism is about power, Skip. I can deny you from going somewhere. That's what we talk about, institutional and systemic racism. It's the policies that are in place that prevent people, a race or a minority of people, from doing things. That's racism. A racist comment, and that can be construed as that. Because remember, Draymond got suspended for a game for calling LeBron a B-word. Now, there have been times, now this was David Stern, where he suspended Rajon Rondo because he leveled a slur, a homophobic slur at Bill Kennedy, an official. Roy Hibbert, Skip, at the end of the press conference, he uttered that. He was fine. Kobe was fine. Skip, I'm glad Trez apologizing. Yes, in the heat of the moment. And this is not, and I get people like, well, it's the heighten. It's not a heighten. You have to understand, if you expect something, you have to be willing to give something. So because if Luka has said that, man, we would have lost our mind. Our community would have lost our mind. So be careful when you say people say things out of frustration, because that's the argument that the other side used. I was frustrated, I was angry, and I said that. That's not a reflection of who I am. Do I believe Trez is racist? No. But that comment should have leveled him a fine, and the NBA should have came out and issued a statement and said this was unacceptable, and moving forward, we fine Montrez, and moving forward, this will not be tolerated. Simple as that. Nothing more, nothing less. Trez was wrong. He admitted he was wrong, but he should have been fined on this occasion.
Okay, I hear everything you just said, and I'm with most of what you said. And I realize we are in heightened times of racial sensitivity, and I'm glad for that. And I realize that a lot of white people are out there right now saying, double standard. You black people have held our feet to the fire for everything we say and do, and now a black man has called a white man white boy. I get that. Now I'm going to speak as just a white boy. I personally am not offended by being called a white boy. It's racial identification, but I do not see it as a racist slur directed at white people. Obviously, there is no word in our language that equals the N-word when white people use that against black people.
Correct, I agree.
So unless you can tell me something, I've never heard a slur used by blacks to whites that I would say, ooh, that's that bad word that you use, that unacceptable, that evil word. I always tell you, that N-word ending in hard ER, it's the most evil word in the English language. I wish it could be eradicated, but I don't know an equivalent the other way.
No, I don't either.
And by the way, if we reverse this subject, just for the record, if we reverse this incident and Luka Doncic had dared to call Montrezl Harrell a black boy, that is as racist. That's only one cut below the N-word for me because, as you well know, boy is from slavery days when the slave master referred to the slaves, the male slaves, as boys. I can't even, it makes me cringe. I get chills even saying the word. So if you reverse it, you better believe all hell is going to be unleashed on Luka or whoever would dare to say
But what if Luka said, man, I got caught up, I was in the heat of the moment?
Okay.
It's just basketball. You know, I'm trash talking.
Okay, let's talk about heat of the moment. Okay, let me frame this better. I, in the sports context, have been called white boy numerous times all the way back into my Little League days because when we played the black kids and it was still segregated in Oklahoma City in those days, and I played the same black kids and became close friends with a lot of them, T. Pendarvis. There's some really close friends that I kept to this day. And the point is, they would often say that white boy can hit or something like that. In a basketball context, back at Vanderbilt, intramural basketball, we used to play, the scholarship football players got to have a team in intramural basketball, and they were mostly black kids. And when I played against them, they'd say white boy, but they would usually use it out of respect, like you can shoot or you just made a play. Way to go, white boy.
Well, hey, if you say, when they said Larry Bird, man, Larry Bird's a tough-ass white boy. That's one thing. But when you say B.A.
Now, thank you. Now we're to the crux of the problem.
Yeah.
Would I be offended if you call me, I'm going to say it one time just so people know what it is. Just one time.
Yeah.
Bitch-ass white boy.
Yes.
If you or anybody else call me that, yeah, you got a problem because that's what I'm going to focus and fixate on.
Right.
The rest of it, like white boy, it's even out in popular culture. There's a movie not too long ago, White Boy Rick, right?
Yeah.
There's a song by Foreigner back in the day in the late 70s called Dirty White Boy, and it was an ode to Elvis Presley, who was a badass white boy.
Play that funky music, white boy.
There you go. Okay, so that's that. But once we get to B.A. white boy, now we got a problem.
Right.
So why was that used by Montrez as he had just scored on Luka and he's backing up the court? You B.A. white boy. Yeah. Okay. It was because I believe that Luka started this on a previous possession. And he dared to. First, he tripped up Montrez. And then he turned to him, and Doc said he cursed. And I couldn't really see it on the tape, but he accused Montrezl Harrell of flopping.
He said, told him to stop flopping.
Okay, stop flopping, and he either maybe stuck an MF on it, or maybe he put stop effing flopping or something. I couldn't really tell, but Doc said he swore. Okay, help me out here. What do we know about Montrezl Harrell? He is a beast of a basketball player. Huge pride, wears his emotions on his sleeve, and he is a man's man.
Yes.
Well, if you accuse that guy of flopping, have you not questioned his manhood? Wouldn't you take that personally from Luka, even though you respect his game? But, boy, that's kind of the ultimate basketball insult to say, quit flopping.
Yeah, but I'm trying to, and I believe I read his lips correctly. I believe he said, stop flopping, man.
Okay. Well, Doc said he swore, but whatever.
Because, Skip, if he wanted to swear, why would he swear in his native tongue? And Doc would have never knew what the hell he was talking about.
He speaks good English.
I know he does.
And by the way, he has become known as a really good Larry Bird-esque trash talker. And you know what? I love his trash talk. It can go profane. I don't care because it shows me he is not afraid of any, especially the black player, the black stars. He's not afraid. He will mix it up. He will trade barbs with
when
you.
he hit that shot, what did he do? He turned around, he pumped his chest, he said, this my bleed. This my bleed.
Okay, good. So we have what was also his reputation in his rookie year, soft.
Yes.
You could rough him up.
Yes.
You could get physical with him and knock him off his game psychologically.
Yes.
So Montrez is angry that he called him out for flopping. He said it right to his face.
Yes.
Quit flopping, man, or whatever he called him. And so Montrez comes back down the next time, and he just goes in and hammers the ball home over Luka. And so take that is what he's saying, B.A. white boy, okay? I get it. Luka started it, and he was finishing it. Is it like the nicest thing in the world to say? No. But am I, as a white boy, taking that personally? No. I don't think Luka took it personally. And to Montrez's credit, he went over and apologized to him, and I got to watch it. Did you get to see it on the sideline?
I did, yes.
It looks sincere.
It's because Trez was backing up, Luka, I don't know, because it was a quiet jam, so I don't know if Luka actually heard it.
I don't think he did.
Maybe he could have, because like I said, Skip, there's no fans.
Maybe.
Because they're fans, obviously you're not going to hear
maybe some of the other Mavericks heard it.
Right. And so that's my only thing. And we got to get out of the, in the things, in competition, people say things. Nah, watch your tongue. You know what to say in a competition. You've been competing for a long time. I've competed for a long time. And I've said some things when I'm dealing with black-on-black players. But when I'm dealing with white players, I know what's offensive. And I'm not going to use the heat of competition, the heat of battle, to throw something out there that says, man, I just got caught up in the moment. No.
Okay, I got it. But he was retaliating.
Yeah.
And in the end, I don't think any white person who understands sports would be offended by that. I don't consider that a racist slur against white people.
Yeah, it's hard to me to say the equivalent of of Luka saying "stop flopping, man,"
yeah,
and equating to Trez calling him a white boy. I don't think that's the equivalent. That's a false equivalence. That's not even comparable. But like I said, Trez apologized, and I think the thing, and for me, for him to take the initiative, because a lot of times, Skip, you get so dug in. I said what I said, and I'm not apologizing. But for Trez to be the bigger man, to know he was wrong, that's the first. I was wrong. To go up to him and say, bro, I ain't mean anything by it. I got caught up in the moment. Please accept my apology.
Okay, Luka said he was surprised he even apologized.
Yeah.
So was he offended? I don't think so, unless he was just putting on a...
Skip, if somebody were to say, and let's just say I'm playing in Slovenia, and somebody says something to me, I might not even know what the equivalent of it is. So how am I going to get upset? You might have said something that's offensive. I don't know what it is. I'm sure Luka, he could speak English, but I don't think he's as fluent up into the slang and the lingo.
I don't know. I think he's pretty good. I think he knows what he's saying.
I know he's a good ball player. I know he's a good ball player.
He is a good ball player.
He's a great old baby bird. Say it with me. Say it with me.
You cannot put him in the same sentence with Larry Bird when he can't shoot a lick.
Oh, he getting better. I can't tell he can't shoot. A 38-footer says he can shoot. That's what that say.
3 air balls.